Maclean's out with its annual rankings of universities, but this year, a twist. They actually break down how much it's going to cost you to attend each school.
Through an online survey, we surveyed 23,000 students from across Canada. We really wanted to find out what the real cost of university is. I mean, when people think about the cost of school, they think of tuition. Tuition only accounts for about a third of the cost of university if you're going to go away. So we wanted to put all the costs together. We looked at rent, we looked at food, we looked at transportation, we looked at booze, we looked at every possible cost that you would incur.
So you've broken it down between students who go away and students who live at home. So let's start with a list of students that go away. Number one is
the University of Toronto. It's hands down the most expensive school to go to in the country. At the University of Toronto, you should expect to spend about $24,000 a year to go to this school.
And that's one of the things that's setting it off the charts is
rent.
Yeah,
by far, rent is expensive in the city. We all know that. As a student who doesn't have an income, that's a really big barrier. And rent accounts for about 40% of the cost for most students going away. And at U of T, it would be even higher.
So is that why number two is also in the city of Toronto?
Exactly. I mean, after a while, you have to pay more attention to the costs of going to the school rather than the cost at the school itself.
Rounding out the top five, St. Mary's in Halifax, University of Regina, and the University of British Columbia. If you're staying at home, where do things stand?
Yeah, if you're going to stay at home, obviously that's going to save you a lot of money. It's going to save you about $10,000 a year.
And the priciest schools include York University at just over $12,000 a year, followed closely by Guelph, the University of Toronto, St. Francis Xavier, and Acadia. As for the overall rankings themselves, no major surprises. The bigger medical doctoral schools have McGill sitting number one for a sixth year in a row. In the comprehensive category, Simon Fraser, number one yet again. And for primarily undergraduate, Mount Allison. If you plan on majoring in partying, St. Francis Xavier topping the list. For a closer look at all of this analysis, head to macleans.ca. At the Maclean's headquarters, Melanie Ng, City News.